Hello, I'm Dan Toppy and welcome back to another brand new Fortnite video. Today I'm bringing you a video talking about the brand new weapon that was added into Fortnite Battle Royale just yesterday with the version 4.4 update. That weapon, if you don't already know, is a Thermal Scoped Assault Rifle. This weapon works pretty similar to the normal Scoped Assault Rifle, but it just has a different type of scope on it, which allows you to do some interesting things we've never been able to do before in Fortnite. So the Thermal Scoped Assault Rifle is an epic and legendary weapon that you can find on floor loot, in chests, and also in supply drops. Just like the normal Scoped Assault Rifle, it uses medium rounds, and this weapon does 36 to 37 base damage, depending on which weapon you're using. And then obviously this is multiplied for headshots, and I believe headshots are generally around 74 damage. So obviously the most important thing about this new weapon is the new type of scope that we have on it. This scope allows you to see chests through walls, supply drops through walls, and also enemy heat signatures through built materials and through natural things like trees and bushes and stuff. Obviously not through solid walls, because this would be a little bit overpowered and it would just highlight people way too easily. So this scope allows you to spot players really easily, pre-aim them really easily, especially when they are behind ramps, so when they're about to just pop over the ramp you're able to put your sight exactly where the head's going to be and you can easily get a kill really quickly. It's really good for spotting players in dark or hard to see locations, such as Whirling Woods or somewhere it's dark and quite crowded, where you can't really see players that easily because it will light them up in a really bright green light, which makes it a lot easier to use in those situations than a normal sniper rifle. The two bad things about this sight is that it's a bit pointless for the whole chest finding thing. I don't really see the point, because if you're going to find a chest at really long ranges, I don't know why you'd want to. You just find a chest that's close to you, where you can hear it really easily. There's not really a need to scope in on a chest just to find out where it is. And also, this sight does take a little bit of time to warm up, so you can't just aim down sight and straight away see the player. It does take a couple of milliseconds for the sight to properly turn on and properly load up so you can see the players. This is just to wait the encounter out, so you can't be quickly spamming it, just see where players are and then change to your proper sniper and get those really high powered kills on them. So basically it's just a way of nerfing this weapon slightly to make it more balanced. If we want to know how good this weapon really is, we need to compare it to the closest thing we have in the game before this one came in, and that is the normal Scoped Assault Rifle. The normal Scoped Assault Rifle comes in rare and epic variants and does 23 and 24 damage for the two different variants. The scope on it is a lot more open, which means you can see more around your sight, which is great for when you're at close range and spamming at an enemy player, and it also has a much higher fire rate and more bullets in its magazine. So the Thermal Scoped Assault Rifle is definitely used for a much more accurate long-range tap firing weapon, whereas the normal scoped weapon is more used as just spamming, doing little bits of damage but a really high fire rate, so you can do loads of damage over a short amount of time. With the thermal, it's more of a higher damaged hit, but it's much easier and much safer to get those quick peeking shots with it, because you can see the players through the wall when they are built up in a 1x1. The best time to be using the Thermal Scoped Assault Rifle, in my opinion, is right at the end of the game when you have about 10 players left. Because of the scope that you have, it means you can easily spot the players, even if they are built up. You can work out which builds aren't being used and which builds are, so you can focus your attention towards them, keep your eye on the places where you know the players are, and make sure you don't get shot in the back easily. Basically, in that situation, I'd use this gun as more of a tool instead of a weapon. I'd use it to find out where the players are and then use a different weapon to get the kills, or just use it to protect myself and know where all the players are. It's definitely much more stronger as a tool than an actual weapon is, but it can still do a lot of damage as long as you're very accurate with your shots. So it's definitely a good weapon, and it could replace your sniper rifle in your loadout, as long as you're using your sight to take clever shots, just getting more shots on the players than you would do with a sniper rifle, because you'll generally need 3 or 4 shots to kill, whereas if you had a good sniper rifle you could probably do it in just 1. But obviously it's really dependent on your own skill and the situation you're in. Sometimes you'll be better off having a really high powered sniper rifle, and sometimes you'll be better off using this. It just depends what situation you're in and what part of the game you're playing in. But generally I'd say that a normal sniper rifle is probably more effective in most situations, so if I'm going for the win, I'd most likely stick with my normal sniper rifle. This is still a very useful weapon, but I wouldn't replace it with my normal sniper if I'm wanting to win. I would sometimes use it alongside if I had the opportunity. If I didn't have a grenade launcher and I had an extra slot in my loadout, I would take it alongside my sniper, just because it is very useful for scoping out those locations, knowing exactly where the players are, knowing when they're going to peek, and then changing back to your normal sniper to get those really high powered shots on them and getting those one-shot kills easily. Personally, I'm really enjoying using this new gun. It's definitely something different and it really is a lot of fun. If you haven't played it yet, make sure you are going into the Sniper Shootout V3. In here you can get this weapon, even though it's not technically an official sniper, it is just a scoped assault rifle. They've included both of the scoped assault rifles into this game mode, so if you are wanting to give this a go, make sure you are using that game mode, because it's definitely the easiest way to pick this weapon up. If for a normal, it will take a lot more work and a lot more time just to be able to find it, but if you're playing this, you'll pretty much find it every single game. But that is everything that you need to know about the brand new Thermal Scoped Assault Rifle in Fortnite Battle Royale. Let me know in the comments down below what you think about this weapon, if you've used it already. If not, let me know what you think about it from what I've said in this video. If you have enjoyed it, please make sure you leave it a like, and if you're new here, make sure you are subscribing. But thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.